Tea Time with Trav. Based off that documentary, Nick Gordon had something to do with the death of Whitney Houston as well as Bobby Christina. When Whitney was gone, Bobby Christina then inherited all her money. If Bobby Christina is now gone, he will then inherit all of that money. What's going on, y'all? It's Ayootravv and I'm back again. Y'all, I have some king crab and some snow crab. And I got one sausage, but that's it. I wanted to do a little crab feast here. So, I'm about to go and say grace, and then we're going to dig right on in. Father God, I come to you today to watch over this food. Please let it be a nourishment to my body. Please let me digest this food properly. And my prayer, amen, amen, one more time. Amen. How was y'all day going today? My day's going good. My day's going good. Ooh, my day's going good. I'm gonna start out with king crab, y'all. I went to the gym today with my scissors. Alright, y'all. So I woke up this morning, went to the gym early. Actually, I got to the gym at like 11 o'clock today. I didn't get to stream church because for whatever reason the stream link wasn't working for YouTube. So I'm going to have to catch that later. See what that message was. It's a big piece, y'all. Look. Put some sauce on there, and I'm going to give y'all another. Oops. Oh, yes. That's good. Get the rest of the fat off there. Now I can scoop it up without it falling. Let me get a close up. That's so good. That could have came out. Did I ask y'all how y'all days going? I think I did. Ooh. It said, hold up a bit. Yeah, I'm starving. I'm probably gonna go back to the gym later. Ouch! Dang! These things is sharp. Dang. You have to be more careful. Ooh. I'm trying to be bleeding over here. Anyway. Y'all. This tea time, I'm ready for. It ain't really juicy, but It's something that we kind of talked about before, but they keep doing more documentaries, so we'll keep talking about it. Because I got to review the documentaries. Y'all know what I'm saying? The website again. There you go. All right, y'all. Tea time with Trav. Let's talk about it. So, Lifetime released another Whitney Houston documentary. Now, this one it's entitled Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina, Didn't We Almost Have It All? I think that's the exact name of it. And this documentary is supposed to be pretty much the journey leading up to Bobby Christina and Whitney's death. Now, I was very on the fence about watching this because I just feel like let them women rest in peace. But against my better judgment, I went ahead and I watched it. And I can't say that I was too pleased with it. In the documentary, I feel as though they kind of said stuff and released stuff that may have not been, that Whitney may not would have wanted to be out there. And in some ways, they kind of painted her out to be not the sweet little Whitney that we knew or that we thought we knew. I should say it like that. That would be better. Excuse me. And I genuinely feel like the world owes Bobby Brown an apology because they tried to make it seem like Bobby Brown was Whitney Houston's downfall. When in reality, that was not the case because when they separated, he got clean or cleaner than he was, but ultimately Whitney didn't. So it was other people who were around her that was not Bobby Brown who fed into this addiction. And I feel like it was wrong that all these years they criticized Bobby and pointed the finger at him. When I don't really think he's to blame, y'all. Honestly. And her sister-in-law, Tina Brown, she revealed that her and Whitney used to do all that stuff together. And there would be times where Bobby would beg them to stop. We were never told that. They really painted Bobby out to be this horrible person, like he was a bad influence. And he's not even the one that introduced her to it. So I feel bad. But I do also feel like with the case of Whitney and Bobby Christina, they are pointing the blame at everybody that they can think of. But I'm like, I just be lost at who to blame because I feel like so many people dropped the ball when it came to those two. And now Nick Gordon, y'all, I always thought he was a little shiesty. But let's talk about the story about Nick Gordon for what was revealed on this documentary. Now, they say that Nick, Whitney, Bobby Christina, and one of their friends were all staying on the same floor of the hotel that Whitney passed on. They all went to bed. That's when they woke up and, somebody had went into the room and they found Whitney there in the bathtub. Excuse me. So, Nick was there. And they were saying that it was strange because Whitney never took baths in the hotel. But she was found in a bathtub. But she wasn't in the bathtub as if she was washing. So I think they're trying to say that Nick, may have assisted with what happened or was trying to cover something up, which is how she got into the bathtub. Like they were trying to say that he helped with her overdose. Now, if you ask me, whoever gave her those drugs play a part in it. But then it's kind of like, are they fully to blame? Because anybody can sell anything. It's a matter of what you do with it and how much of it you do when it becomes a problem. But y'all, they revealed in a documentary that a bunch of people had already, been in her room and saw that she was pretty much gone. But they didn't want Bobby Christina to know because they didn't want her to be sad or see her, I should say. So instead, one of their friends took her down to the bar to get a drink. And they said she started to think something was wrong because the ambulance was showing up, firefighters, police officers, and she's like, what's going on? And that's when she just took off running to the room and she found out. Now, after Whitney passed, 3 months later, a grieving Bobby Christina was on a reality show. And I think that should not have happened. Whoever idea that wasn't the best. Because those two were connected at the hip. And from the scenes that they were showing last night, and the pictures and the interviews and stuff like that, you could tell that Bobby was going downhill after Whitney passed. Like, you could see it in her face. Her face was changing. Her weight was changing. Even like her behavior, it just didn't seem like the earlier clips of her that they were showing when she was with Whitney. And I was just like, oh my God, like, this is so sad. First off, losing a parent is hard, I'm sure. I haven't lost any, but I'm sure that's hard. But I'm pretty sure it's even harder when, one, you're the only child. Two, your mom and you have been in a public eye and are constantly getting bashed. Every time you pick up a newspaper, your mom is in there and it's something negative. So it's just like, I know that was a lot. I know it was. But the real juicy tea came after Whitney passed. Bobby Christina and Nick Gordon they continued to live in the house that they were living in while Whitney was alive. And they faked the marriage. They faked the marriage, y'all. But, like, their family knew that they weren't legally married, but they wanted the public to believe that. And now, a lot of people thought that, excuse me, that maybe he was trying to marry Bobby Christina because of the fact that she inherited all of Whitney's money. And I'm sure there was a lot on an 18-year-old. I believe she was 18 or 19 at the time. I want to say 18. And after that, stuff got horrible between those two. Bobby Christina started doing more drugs, drinking more alcohol. And they said that they did have a very violent relationship. Like, the police were called multiple times over domestic disputes. And, her friends and family thought that, this man or boy, whatever you want to call him, is a user. They thought he was an opportunist. And that he may have loved Bobby Christina and Whitney or grown to love them, is, what they were trying to put as. But they thought that he saw them as another meal ticket. Now, when Bobby Christina passed, just the description of it was horrible. They brought homicide on the scene to investigate it as a possible homicide. And the reason why was because Bobby Christina was found hanging over the bathtub. She had missing teeth. She had bruises. She had scars. And the people that were at the house were Bobby Christina, Nick, and their friend Max. Now, Max gave a testimony and was saying that he was saying stuff that Nick Gordon did, allegedly. They were saying that Bobby Christina was dragged up the stairs by her hair. She was beaten. She was given X amount of drugs, which explains why she had all these bruises and missing teeth and things like that. I'm going to dig through this later. And Max ended up passing away from a drug overdose before he could testify in court. So when they filed legal charges against Nick, they would have not even had a way to use what was told to them from Max because he had passed away. And now it's just like, now I always thought that it may have been foul play. When it came to Bobby Christina, Whitney, I was not so sure. But after seeing that documentary, I'm not a detective nor rocket scientist. I'm just a YouTuber. But it do not take rocket science to put two and two together. Based off that documentary, I truly believe that Nick Gordon had something to do with the death of Whitney Houston as well as Bobby Christina due to money. When Whitney was gone, Bobby Christina then inherited all her money. He tried to marry Bobby Christina. If Bobby Christina is now gone, he will then inherit all of that money. And it's so strange to me that the only other person that was in that home when Bobby Christina died, he later passed from a drug overdose. And Nick was only the surviving one. I do not believe that at all. I don't. Because it's like anybody who could have lived to tell the tale of what happened is no longer here. Now, they went ahead and they filed legal charges against Nick Gordon. And I believe they said he did not appear to court, which then made him legally responsible for the death of Bobby Christina. And then they later find him in a hotel room from an alleged overdose. In my eyes, it looked like he may have done that. You know, so I'm gonna save that one. So I still got knuckles and stuff down here. Ouch. Ugh. Them things is real sharp, y'all. I'm gonna have to shave them down and put them in the video for tomorrow. But in my eyes, Nick did it. Or he knows more than what he admitted to. Because he didn't admit to nothing. Now, I did feel bad for Nick's brother. Nick's brother was on the documentary. And he was crying about how people are painting his brother out to be a monster and stuff like that. And I get it. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. It looked like your brother was a monster. It honestly looked like your brother was a monster. So, you know. And they say greed is one of the 7 deadliest sins. And I think greed got to Nick Gordon and was the downfall of Whitney and Bobby Christina. On top of other things, but, you know. Let me go inside now. If you haven't checked the description box, check it down there for the website, www.ayootravv. You get your Ayo merch, Ayo sauce, all that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, grab them right there, boom, hit the bell right there, boom, so you can notify each every time I drop a video. But if you want to stay connected with Ayootravv, jump back into the description box, go down to the bottom, brr, boom. Right there, some social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and follow me. Let me comment, let me comment here, do whatever. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what you want me, but don't mean all the this, other than that, it's been real. Ayootravv is out. Peace.